Well, we got a big motorcade. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock on Thursday, and we have a large motorcade of the families of law enforcement officers who lost on the line of duty that we take to a memorial service up at the U.S. Capitol. We're kind of stuck right now. 6 other cars as they clear this entire road. So we'll just hang here for a bit. So the whole road is closed all the way down as far as you can see. And they're waiting for the buses to come. Here they come. Under escort. These are all the families of the fallen. They're being transported to the U.S. Capitol for a memorial service under police escort. And now I think we can go. Hey guys, good morning. It is Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Day. They're having the ceremony right now on the steps of the Capitol. I'm on the other hand going to the steps of the Supreme Court. Today is the arguments on birthright citizenship. So we're going to cover that. There's also some big posters that went up yesterday. I got to get a picture of that. They want a picture of that. And who knows? We'll figure out something else to do today, I'm sure. Hey guys, good morning. We are up on Capitol Hill now, making our way to the Supreme Court. It's a rather pretty morning, mid-70s. It's a little cloudy. I think it might rain. Might not. Who knows? It's one of those days. Capitol Hill is home of many beautiful old townhouses and apartment buildings and whatnot. Kind of that iconic Washington, D.C. look that you get, well, here on the Hill and in, say, Georgetown neighborhood as well. Whenever you see them film movies in D.C., they really like to use these neighborhoods because it just says Washington without actually saying Washington. Let's make our way down the Supreme Court. There's a protest. I don't know how big. We need to get some video today of the protest along with the photos. And we'll do that in the next hour or so. Okay, we're up near the Capitol. You should just see there in the distance. This is the Supreme Court. We hear a little bit of chanting and cheering. Not a lot. Up ahead, this is the line to get in for the general public. 60 people are allowed in for every case. Sometimes they make them rotate out every 5 minutes or so. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. How many of them are going to get? This guy wants to give a ticket. The cop will give him a ticket. And a line number. For a really big case, you have to get here the night before. Doesn't sound like a big protest. Yeah, we'll see. There's the front.
But it's so easy to say why wouldn't there be something?
It's like law students, looks like. Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to do if you're a law student in DC. Hang out all night and go to a court case. All right, big TV crews, small protest. Hey, how's it going? Building is being renovated, like everything in DC.
If you refuse to accept trans people being the race, if you refuse to accept the demonization and criminalization of our immigrant sisters and brothers, If you refuse to accept the pouring of
We're here.
gasoline on an already burning world, then you need to come together. All of our struggles need to come together around one unifying goal. As we're out there fighting all these outrages, we need to be coming together to demand
2 protests?
Trump must go. Win. Win. Her daughter's thrown to the streets. These are Gestapo Nazi raids. You saw
Deportations, we say no!
deportations. We say no.
Donald Trump has got to go! Donald Trump has...
And they have started the hearing. The crowd has gotten much bigger than it was, but not like massive. But they did close off the streets now, so people can overflow into the crowd. There's 2 organizations. One is an anti-Trump group. The other is an immigrants' right group. So this is the anti-Trump refuse fascism group. And then over here is the CASA, the immigrant rights group, who is actually a party to this lawsuit. They're the ones who filed it. And then there's one counter-protester on the other edge. Let me get all the way over to... There's only one guy, I think. One guy over here. Where is he? Oh, he walked away. He left the signs up. Oh, he's here. He's here. It's the guy in the gray suit. He's the counter-protester. Okay, guys, that's enough. I got enough photos. And I'm thinking about donuts. I don't know why. Let's make our way back. We now have to file these photos, try to get them up online as fast as possible. Gotta walk back to my computer. And then we'll figure out the rest of the day. I'm not sure what those red flags are. They're gonna redesign this yard or something. Put down red flags for all the power lines or something. As far as I can tell, only 5 people got in. Everybody else got screwed. Kind of a shame for them. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay guys, so far so good with the weather. It is about lunchtime. We've got a slight change in what we need to do though. We need to get some pictures of some flooding. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain and a lot of flooding on the Potomac, especially up in western Maryland, up around the panhandle of Maryland, and now it's coming down to DC, and they want some photos of it. So let's get down to the riverfront, down here by the Watergate, which is over on the left. That's the Watergate Hotel. And we're gonna go down to Georgetown. So we're heading down to Thompson's Boathouse, and where the water levels are very high and the water is moving very fast with quite a bit of debris in it. Let's go over here to the boardwalk is underwater and the flood walls are up around the Washington Harbor complex down here. Let's go get some footage. You can see all the crap in the water, and you can see the boardwalk is flooded. There's a whole tree floating down the river right there. Let's go get another photo of this tree.
You gotta use a code.
Well, no, they have a Birthright Thompson boat.
Okay, let's head down a little bit farther. We'll get another view. By the way, here on the right, you see this construction that's going on. There you go. This is part of the water department's new diversion pipe to keep the sewage out of Rock Creek. Yeah. This is a long pipe being built along the shores of the Potomac, goes all the way down by the the Jefferson Memorial, down to the Blue Plains Treatment Facility. But this is part of that process to stop the sewage combining with the storm runoff and getting into the river and the creeks. All right, let's go find that tree. Where's that tree go? Oh, there it is. Look at that big old tree out there. Look at it with this boat up here. Some of the boats broke free from the rowing center. go down and get a big picture of this. Oh, maybe right here. The heck is that? It's a rock. Oh, is that a buoy? A rowing buoy that's stuck in the water? I don't think it's moving. I'm moving, so it's hard to tell. No, it's not moving. Must be a buoy from up at Thompson's Boat Center that's anchored down here now. It's kind of weird. I think that might be the sewage outflow pipe. Water's venting out of Rock Creek or something, and I'm not sure. It's like a whirlpool. So I was kind of racing that big tree, but the big tree is flying. I mean, seriously, it's all the way down at the Roosevelt Bridge here. I just stopped to take a picture of that whirlpool thing. Can we get a photo of that tree with the Memorial Bridge in the distance? That would look pretty cool. Don't know if I can get there. Got to cut through the volleyball courts. But look at all the debris, guys. All right, let's cut down to the next bridge. Going through this bridge. Oof. A lot of the stuff gets caught over here in the shallows along the side of the river. Eventually this stuff's going to end up in the ocean. It's going to go out to the Chesapeake Bay, and then from the Chesapeake Bay out into the ocean. Maybe-ish. All right, let's cross this thing without getting killed. That worked. That's a plane going into National over the volleyball courts there. There it is. All right, let's go around and see if we can beat this big tree. These are the beach volleyball courts. They're open to anyone. Kind of quiet right now because it's, what, a Thursday? But yeah, this weekend it'll be pretty crazy. The old Canadian geese. And double-old pigeons. All right, let's keep going. Hey, there's a blue heron. That's that stork-looking thing right there. They're pretty common to see in D.C. and out in Maryland. There's the bridge that we're looking at. That's the Memorial Bridge. I kind of lost track of our log is way out there. Let's go get a photo. Maybe we'll get a photo of it somewhere. So we're down here by Potomac Park, the tidal basin area. This is the construction stuff that they're using to build DC water, building this new bypass for the sewage. Over there you can see the monuments and everything. Out over here on the Potomac though, I just saw a tree. There it is. It's like a full tree just standing up, green leaves and all. It's kind of ridiculous. It'll make an amazing photo if I can frame it with something like the Jefferson Memorial. To do that though, I gotta get to the other side of the river, which is gonna be kind of a pain because we're gonna go past all these police horses that are here for the Capitol Police thing. And there's a ton of horses here. I mean, a lot. Indianapolis police horses, more police horses over here, Minneapolis police horses, Maryland Park Police. Where he's from? More Minneapolis. So yeah, there's a lot of horses out and about. More Minneapolis. Columbus police horses. Wonder where they all are. They usually have like a walk around the city. I wonder where that is today. We should go find that. Virginia Beach. You know, there are a lot of horse trailers. There's no horses, which would indicate they're out and about somewhere. Now, that tree, where's that tree? Where's that tree? It's way back there. Crap. I got carried away with the horses. All right, let's figure this out. Horses or tree? I like horses. Miami Police, New Jersey Mounted Division, Ocean City Police, Harris County Sheriff, Hillsborough County Sheriff, and a bus in front of me. Well, you know what? It sounds like these guys are out and about somewhere. State Police in Virginia, Massachusetts State Police, Albany Mounted So it sounds like these horses are out and about on a walk. Let's go find the horses, because that's a much better visual than a tree in the river, don't you think? Oh, this road's closed, so I can go the wrong way on it, in case you're wondering. There is the tidal basin. It is flooded right now as well. Badly flooded. Potomac. We'll skip the tree. It's a good photo, but I'd rather have horses. So this part of the tidal basin is being renovated due to flooding that was pretty regular. You can see like this new sidewalk they're building is not flooded, even though we're at a very high flood stage. Here comes a truck. Let's find these police horses. Okay guys, we're heading up to the National Mall. This is the old Bureau of Printing and Engraving. This is where they used to actually print the money. Now they print the money out in Maryland. Not sure what they're going to do with this building. It's really cool. It was a really cool tour. It was an awesome tour. They stopped it during COVID and never started up again. This is the Holocaust Museum on my right. It's pretty heavy, as you can imagine. Worth seeing, of course, but not a feel-good museum, to say the least. All right, let's go look for these horses. I think they're out in the mall somewhere. I've put out a notice to the other photographers. We're all looking for them. Okay, we've swung up to the Washington Monument because they often come out here to take a picture of the marching around. This is a good place to get a good look at the entire mall area. I do not see a fleet of horses. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see police cars moving slowly over there. That could be a horse escort. Yeah, they're moving at about a horse's speed up 15th Street over there. See, this is why I came up here, to get a good view of the city. Let's go down there and see what we can see, yeah? All right, guys, you see this? See that? Horse poop. I think we are on track. I see horse poop. I see the police lights. I think we found them. That didn't take long, did it? All right, let's wait for this light to pass. If in doubt, just follow your nose sometimes. All right, the horse parade is just a couple blocks ahead of me. As I think they're going to go by the White House, Lafayette Park. There's about 100 horses up here. Better than a tree. All right, let's get in front of them though. Do not want to be behind a horse parade. Yep, police are already closing the roads up ahead. There's the pooper scoopers. Boy, they got a job and a half, don't they? Gotta get in front. We'll dump our bike. We're going in the park. We gotta go over to the park and get a shot. All right, we caught up with the front. We're in the park. We had to go around to get into the park. Now we got to get the shot with the White House. All right, let's knock some tourists out of the way. There's gonna be a lot of selfies. drop the bike, it's easier to chase these horses on foot. They're all taking selfies, so it's going to take a while before they're ready to move again. We'll get a couple photos and call it a day. All right, we're moving again, thankfully. They're all coming out of the White House grounds now. Let's just follow along on the road. Look on the sidewalk. We want to get hit by that hot dog truck. Back on the road. Too many tourists. And yep, they're going up to the monument. This is actually the path they took last year. Lots of little kids waving. Okay, let's bid farewell to the horses. They're going up over there. We don't need another picture. Let's go do the other things we need to do today. We're going to go to the Law Enforcement Memorial, but we also have an assignment to take a picture of a picture, because a big picture popped up yesterday and it's all over the internet and everybody wants a photo of it. So let's go take a picture of this picture. It's right over there. Okay. Up here on my right is a beautiful old building. It's the headquarters of the Department of Agriculture. The Department of Agriculture is celebrating an anniversary. I think it's 150 years, I'm not sure. And to celebrate that, well, they put up a picture of the founder of the Department of Agriculture, Abraham Lincoln, and then on the other side, a picture of the current president, Donald Trump. And a lot of people thought this was really a bit sus. So this went on the internet yesterday, like, what? So they want a photo of this picture. All right, let's give them what they want. What do they want? They want Trump and Lincoln on the side of the Department of Agriculture. A lot of people on the internet last night were like, huh? What? Was it 1862? So what does that make that? 170th something anniversary? 160th something? Oh well. Okay, we're back in the Judiciary Square area where the DC courthouse is, and that's District Court of Appeals, but there's also a lot of federal courts here. Up on the right is DC Police Headquarters, 300 Indiana Avenue, right over there on the right. So we're going to the monument, which is behind all this. That was weird. So they are doing the honor guards. We need to get a picture of that. Yeah, they're doing honor guards. They rotate through all the honor guards of all the different police agencies. We gotta dump the bike and walk over there. Where to dump the bike? We'll figure it out. It's got to be hot in these outfits. Okay, the temperature is getting warmer. It's probably about 80 degrees right now. We are hiking a couple blocks away from the Law Enforcement Memorial. Going to get some photos and some video of the honor guards changing. There's literally 100 honor guards. They each go out for a couple minutes and then they rotate another group in. So let's get some of those photos. Then, I don't know, we'll figure something else out. So over there, that is FBI Field Office, Washington, D.C. That's not the headquarters of the FBI. That's the D.C. operational building. But they've got a memorial out front to their fallen officers from the Field Office, Washington. But these are the guys that don't chase spies and political corruption, and any other FBI-related crimes, or federal crimes the FBI investigates in DC. The main headquarters, though, is over down the way. I think when they build the new building, they're going to have both together. I'm not sure, though. It makes sense, but, you know, it's government. There's the building museum, which is the former pension building for the Civil War pensioners. Really beautiful building inside. We were in there about a year ago. We need to do it again. But for now, let's cut over to the Law Enforcement Memorial, which is across the street from this building. Okay. Some are falling. So you see the honor guard is over there. We're going to loop around, get a better photo of him. There's a press area off to the side, but I don't want to ruin anyone's photo, so I'll go like the long way around.
Everybody knows you can do it. Yes.
I'm gonna sneeze if I don't. Hopefully we're not too late.
She's got like a small little piece of it.
Okay guys, we're down in Chinatown. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. Not sure where. It's a good burger place, but that kind of defeats the purpose of going to Chinatown just to get a burger, yeah. That place over there, Jackie Cafe, that's being gutted by a new development. That's actually in a scene of True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. They went into that Chinese restaurant in the movie. Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold. That was a favorite DC movie. You know what? We're in Chinatown, but let's get Japanese maybe. Let's go to the sushi place. Oh. All right, we're at the sushi place, yeah? And we are going to get some stuff. So if you don't see the sushi you like, which does happen, you can just order it up here on this little iPad thing, which is cool. No. Some shrimp. Yeah, I'd go for some shrimp. You know what? I think I want some soup. Not bad. Udon. Beef udon. Cool. Oh, here comes our soda by Robot. comes my shrimp. Alright. Let's eat. Gotta wash my hair. Once you're done, you bust your own table. Sliding them down into the tray. Udon arrived. It comes sealed up so it won't spill. That looks good, doesn't it? Alright, let's eat up. We're actually not that far away from my car. Excuse me. But I don't feel like riding a bike right now because there's no good bikes, only the manual ones. So we're going to take the subway back over to the White House, grab a bike by the White House, grab to my car, and then we got a homicide. We got to go shoot a homicide down in Southeast. Rephrase that, take pictures of a homicide in Southeast. Might be too late, I'm not sure. They probably already cleaned it up. But let's go get my car and cross the river and see what we can see, yeah? Oh God, they're already advertising this. Christmas, Redskins versus Cowboys. Don't be my train. Nope, not my train. You just pay by phone. Yeah, that's it. Oh, blast. That's the other direction. Yeah. All right. We're good. Oh, it's crowded back here. Let's go to the store. We're good. Damn, I keep dropping this lens cap. Alright, well let's get up, get a bike, and get the rest of this trip. We just shaved a good 15 minutes off. Okay. That guy plays music and sells his art. We are downtown by the White House, Farragut Park. We're gonna grab a bike across the street and make our way into Georgetown. Okay, we're on a bike now. Let's cut around. Guitar Man. A little bit of traffic. We can dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge through this, I think. Might need two hands though. No. Just a little creativity is all you need. Well, this bus is tight. Yeah, get out of my way, bus. Thank God the buses run the red lights. What a draft. Woohoo! We can go fast. Oh, he's gonna hit this car. Yeah. Oh, that's why he's doing it, because there's a truck. Playing in traffic. Hey, good way to die. Now he's stopping again. Alright, we gotta turn left here. How are we gonna do this? Let's go through the intersection and then figure it out. Ooh, sidewalk safety. Oh, these are the anti-Elon signs. Live free with a harem of moms in Austin, Texas. From direct message to OBGYN. Have Elon's next baby. These signs have been up all over DC, making fun of Elon's legion, as he calls it, of women and children. Alright, we gotta go this way. Up this way is because there is a bike lane, a protected bike lane on this street. These are some hard drinking partying clubs and an adult entertainment place or two. A lot of UVA frat boys up here, as we say. Let's cross over here. Where are we at? 19th and M, and we're going down to about 25th and M, 26th and M. So only about 7 more blocks. It's a great place to park in a bike lane. There's like nobody in that car. That's really random. Ugh. CBS News Washington headquarters. There it is, 2020 M Street. Oftentimes when you see like, this is CBS live from Washington, they're just standing in front of this building. Yeah, like whenever they finish the reports and do a little outro or an intro, it's just right in front of that building. Nothing fancy. All right, you know, actually let's just cut around this corner here. Take a slight, mild detour. The wrong way on a one-way street, but it doesn't matter that much. Back here. There we go. So back here on the right is, well, a post office. Yeah, but it wasn't always a post office. It used to be a house, and in that house was a dining room table. And on that dining room table, Duke Ellington was born. That was his grandmother's dining room table. And Duke Ellington was born, the famous jazz musician who had many homes in Washington. But that's where he got his start, in what is now a post office. And once a dining room table of his grandmother. Okay, let's get back into Georgetown, yeah? Little kids. Dude, what's this? Oh. That's just the kind of guy who's going to turn around and walk without thinking there might be a bike behind him. I had my hand on the brake, but it could have gotten messy. All right, with this bridge, we cross into Georgetown. We're going over Rock Creek and Rock Creek Parkway. We're gonna grab my car, which is over here, and zip into Southeast. We probably missed the homicide. It's been a while, but we might be able to get to crime scene units, clearing the area. A few photos, we'll see. Oof. Bike's on the other side. Okay guys, with the traffic in the city right now, to get the 4 miles I need to go, it takes 37 minutes. I'm not going 37 minutes to take a picture that might not even be there, yeah? Especially since there'll probably be another shooting soon enough. All right, let's go do something else. Okay, guys, well, you know what? This has been a long video. I just edited it. It's like over a half hour. Thanks for watching the whole thing. We'll be back tomorrow. Trump gets back tomorrow, but it's late, like 10:30, and there's no way he's going to say anything to us, so probably won't cover that. But he'll be in town this weekend, so we'll see. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon.